Welcome to Learning Equinox. In our video on PowerPoint presentation, today we shall understand how to create this beautiful pocket animation. As you can see on the screen, if I want to showcase achievements year on year, so I can present this in a boardroom where I have the years on top. Just on a click, the achievements will come up. On a click, it will go down. The same can be also made use of while making presentations to your students. Let's say if I ask or pose a question out here and I'm looking for alternative answers. In that case also I can make use of this animation where on a click like a magician all the answers will come up. So isn't this a very interactive way to engage your audience? Let us look and understand as to how we can create this pocket animation. In this video, we shall understand first how we can create the card and the pocket, and the second step we will look at how we can animate this entire with this effect of popping in and popping out and popping in, popping out and popping it in. So, watch the video till the end to understand how to create this beautiful interactive pocket animation. So, without wasting much time, let's get started with the video. So, I'll create a new slide here. Now, the first step is I'm going to create the card, and the second I will create the pocket. Now, in order to create the card and the pocket, I'm going to be making use of this rectangle which is top corners rounded. So, I take this top corners rounded rectangle and I place it here to create the card. I'm going to give it a shape fill which is a dark color, let's say this dark orange, and I will also give it a gradient which is from top, so the top linear down. When I say linear down, the top part will be darker so that what is out of the pocket will look a little darker just to give it a very beautiful effect. Shape outline will be no outline. Now I'm going to take a text box and just type a text, let's say 2019. Give it a bold effect. Change the font to a bolder font. Increase the size. Give a contrasting color that is white and I will place it right in the center on top here. Now I need to just say a Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V. There I'm going to key in the text for the achievements, let's say, and I'm going to have 1, 2, 3 and 4. So I'll give the achievements a little smaller font than that. So let's make it 20 and let's give it a bullet point. Now these are the achievements text that I have placed here. I need to place it a little lower. Let's say I have placed it here. Now I need to make sure that I'm grouping all of this so that my card is ready. So I will select everything and hit a Ctrl+G to group all of this. This is the card that I have created. Now I need to create the pocket for it. Same way I will select the same rectangle, top rounded corners, and I will place it here. Here I want the rounded corners at the bottom, so I'm going to rotate it and flip vertical. I will place it in a manner that it covers the earlier text. So I'll place it on top of the card and I'll align it and make sure that it perfectly fits. Now you can see here the card can be visible from behind. So I'll stretch it down till a little lower so that the card is completely covered. Now that this is perfectly aligned, I will go and give it a color. So I'll go to shape fill, and since I had selected that orange ASM2 color, I'll select a 1 shade lighter color for this pocket. Shape outline will be no outline. Now I need to give a small dent like a pocket here. For this, I will select the oval tool, create an oval, place this oval right in the center of this. Now I will select the pocket and the oval tool by hitting the Control key, go to merge shapes and say subtract. Now this gives it a pocket look, but you can see a little bit of text is visible from down. So I'll actually go and place it a little on top so that it looks perfect. If I want, I can even increase the size of the pocket, but I feel this is perfectly okay to give this kind of a look. If I want, I can place the 2019, the title a little lower as well. Now this is a perfect pocket and a card that I have placed. Now that I have created the card and the pocket, it is perfectly in place. Now I will move to animating this entire bit. So for this, I will go to the animations pane and let me show you how we will go about animating it. So here is the animation pane so that you can see exactly what animation I am doing. What I will do is I will select the card and I will go to motion paths. Motion path and select this line animation. The effect option of this line animation I will select as up so that you can see it's going up. I'll just move the entire pocket and the card a bit lower because my animation needs to open up. Okay, now I'll go to the animation, make the duration a little low, let's say 1 second, and let's see how this comes up. So the fourth point is only visible but not completely. So I need to make it a little more higher. So I'll select this arrow key, the red dot that you can see, the arrow up, and take it a little more up to the level that I want it to come up. Okay, so this looks perfect now. So just taking a little more up. See. So now the fourth point is completely visible. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add little magic to it, which is I'm going to create a little bit of bounce and I'm going to also create a trigger to it. So what I will go, I'll go to effect options and bounce end. I'll make this, let's say 45 or so. Go to timings, go to triggers, start at a trigger, and of course it will select by default the same object which is group 6 and say OK. So now what happens is on a trigger I'm going to create it. So let's see in the animation pane. When this converts to a hand, when I click on this is because the trigger part, and the bounce effect you can see on this slide that comes. Now the next animation I again need to add it to the card alone. So I will go to the add animation and not just go and place animation on it, otherwise it will replicate the earlier one. So I'll go to add animation because I'm adding another animation to the same card. Again I'll go to motion path and select lines. This time I'm going to select the effect options as down. Now the line, how it needs to be placed. The start point of the line will be the end point of the previous one, and I need to stretch it down to a level that it coincides. As you can see, the 2019 getting coincided with where I started from, with the original 2019, and this is where I will stop. Again, I will go to this animation, I'll reduce the duration to 1 second, go to effect options, give it a little bit of bounce at the end, let's say the same 45, and I'll go to triggers and start trigger on the group. Yeah, so now let's look at how this looks. So here it converts into a hand, which is because of the trigger. Click on it, it bounces and comes up. Again I have a hand which clicks and it goes inside and sits into the same position. Now that I have created this animation, all I need to do is duplicate it and create different colors. So I'll select all, I'll do a Control D and I will place it parallelly as the next point. Again a control V and there you go. The three parts are ready. Now I need to change the text. So this part is simple. The heading can simply be changed here because you can have a look at it. But what about the achievements bit? For this what I'll do is I'll select the card, right click, bring to front, and here I can go ahead and make changes to this. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? And then again I'll go on the card, right click and send to back. Now I will go and change the colors as I want to. So again I will go to home, select shape fill. This time I'm going to make it a dark blue. And again I will have to do gradation to it. So I'll give it a gradient linear down. The cover also I will select a one shade lighter of the same blue and also give it a gradient linear down. The third one, let me say I would like to give it grey color. So I'll select grey. I'll give it a gradient linear down. The cover also I'll give a shade lighter of the grey and I'll give it a gradient linear down. So in this way I have created 3 ears, 3 pockets, and now let's look at how the animation looks. So you see on a click this comes up, you can put it down, you can pull it up, put it down, pull it up, pull it down. You can use this sort of animation even to showcase, during training sessions you can pose a question here and show the options over here or have the right answer. Like when you're asking the participants a certain question, it can come up here and, once they reveal the answers, you can show your cards just like a magician. In boardrooms, you can show your achievements, you can show the success story, you can show roadmaps. These are the different ways in which this animation can be made use of. So, hope you like this video. Hope this will help you understand that animations in PowerPoint can make your entire story very, very interactive. So, if you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up and like this video. Share around if you want to share knowledge with others. Do not forget to hit on to the subscribe button to subscribe to Learning Equinox because we at Learning Equinox do come up with different learning things on PowerPoint, on presentations, on building human skills. So, thanks for watching and stay tuned for more.